Hi everyone, I'm Jim from Green Hippo Tees. Today we're going to do a video on an upgrade we're doing to one of our office computers. Stay tuned. Alright, so what we're upgrading here, it's a very inexpensive upgrade. We got this little Lenovo desktop computer that we use here in our office. It's a very good machine, been a great machine, but some of the components in there are getting kind of old, and we want to upgrade and keep this machine reliable and working for us and get a little bit more out of it. And so what I've done is purchased a inexpensive 500 gigabyte solid state drive. Not very big. We're not doing anything huge with this computer, but this will be good for our office. You know, opening Word should open pretty quick on that. This is the bracket adapter for that hard drive, and some new RAM. We needed some more RAM. So in order to do this upgrade on this computer, we can't just throw the new RAM into it. The computer won't understand it. There's a BIOS update from Lenovo that allows the motherboard to accept a higher amount of RAM. So in order for it to even accept this, we have to do an update in a motherboard. So I've downloaded the proper software on a CD here, burned it onto a CD. I have to boot the computer on this, do the flash update process, and then I can put the new RAM in and new hard drive in and have this work. So let's hope it goes well. Alright, here we go. We're going to boot up off the CD-ROM. And update the BIOS so that it can accept this new RAM and solid state hard drive. No, we don't want to update the serial number. No, we don't want to update the machine type. And it's all automatic. We'll speed this video up and we will show you what happens when we upgrade. Alright, here we go. So obviously unplug the power, done, and you don't want to move around and get static. I'm not extremely worried about this old shop computer. Now during the whole COVID-19 pandemic, we have gone through and cleaned most of our office computers. We've gotten this dust spray and sprayed all the fins out and everything else. That's very important if you own a t-shirt printing business and your computers are in the same area that your printing presses are. What will happen is a lot of the t-shirt fibers in that will get sucked in and fill up in your heat sinks here, clog them up. Your computer will freeze, crash. It can cause damage, clog up the fans. So it's very important that you routinely open up your computers in a t-shirt printing company and clean them out and make sure they're clean and in good shape and reliable. So we're updating this old machine here. I'm gonna pull out this old RAM here, and again, touch aside first so that you ground out, make sure it's unplugged. We're just going to pop this old RAM out here, a couple of old 2 gig chips, and we're going to put the new stuff in. These computers are a little top heavy. They put all the weight up here so they tend to tilt, but it should be okay. Here we go. New RAM. Alright, just set it on the table. And put the new RAM into the computer properly, the right direction. And lock that in. Next one. There, it's been upgraded to 8 gigs. Now let's take the hard drive out here. And it is important, this hard drive is getting pretty old now. This hard drive is from 2009.
Say what?
So It's old. It's seen better days. I think this is a 1 terabyte hard drive. I know that the solid state we have is smaller. It's only 500 gig instead of 1 terabyte. This would be a lot quicker, and we don't need a 1 terabyte solid state drive. Otherwise, we would have definitely have purchased that. This is an old enterprise level spinning hard drive here. It's great shape, but it's getting up there, so it's time to replace it before we have some kind of failure. So, well, stay tuned.
One eternity later.
Okay, so what we have here is the hard drive bracket adapter and the solid state hard drive. The solid state hard drive is smaller than the old style hard drives. So the old style hard drive, we need this bracket to be able to put the new hard drive into this bracket into the computer. Now, it's important for us to mention we had to have this kind of bracket. It puts your solid state hard drive goes into here, and it just pretty much moves the ports over to this side as just like the original hard drive. So they're on the same side. And this is important that I want to show you here. See how they're on the same side of the bracket? The reason why I want to say that is there are hard drive adapters out there that don't have this electronic bit here. All they do is they change the size of the hard drive to the larger bracket, and that's it. And then you would plug your hard drive cables, your electric, your power, and your SATA into the new hard drive. The issue I have here is this cable does not reach all the way over and up where it would need to go for the smaller drive. So I had to get a bracket that would not only fit into here, but also keep the same distance and same location of the connector. So this bracket costs a little bit more, not much, but it's important for this kind of computer that it is this kind of bracket. So let's throw the hard drive into it. Let's take this out first. I already took the tape off, so you don't have to watch me fuss with all that. So here's a solid state hard drive. Obviously, quite a difference in size. Very big difference in size. Same connector. So what I was talking about is there are adapters that would just put this into a bracket so that it would fit in here like that. But the issue is that these cables would never reach up and over. It's easy to show in this demonstration here that it would, but it doesn't. I've tried it. So what this bracket does is allows that to plug in to here like that. Then I got to put a couple screws in it, and now not only is this adapter to be able to fit into this bracket, but it also adapts it so that these are in the proper location to hook up with this old computer. So let me get all the screws in here and show you how it goes. Alright, well, I didn't want to bore you with me putting screws in, but I put all the screws in. I don't know if you can see that here on camera. Put all the screws in to hold the hard drive in. It's properly in the bracket. So now we put it in the original bracket that goes into the computer. These things just plug into where the screws go. It's kind of hard to do both at the same time here. That just snaps in. Really putting a test on this plastic here. That's it. It's in properly. Now I just put this into the computer like so. Hopefully it's just as easy as that. It's locked in. Plug it in. Again, you want to touch some metal. Ground yourself out first. And the hard part I'm having is I can't see where it's got to plug in. Excuse my head if you see that on video. So, plugs in, and that plugs in there. Okay. Now, hopefully you can see that.
Nope.
The reason for this adapter was because this power in one of these brackets that adjust it for size wouldn't reach. I tried it. There are extender cords you could do. For me, it was just easier to buy the proper bracket that allows these to plug in like they should. New solid state hard drive in there, 8 gigs of RAM. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to load this up. Remember, all our software is on this old hard drive, and we're just going to transfer everything from here into the new hard drive. And what I'm going to do is pause the video, and we're going to take you in and show you what this looks like all set up.
A few moments later.
All right, well, here we are. We're inside the computer, the $100 upgrade that we performed on this old office computer. It was very well worth the upgrade. Let's just take a look at a couple of the specs here. Again, not a very powerful computer, but it's running the Windows 10 and some of the latest software, and it was well worth the $100 upgrade. There's our 8 gigs of RAM, 64-bit operating system. It was really worth upgrading this computer. We took us a little while to reload this whole computer, get all our software back on it, type in all the registration and activate everything, but here it is. Accurip's on there, Separation Studio, Inkscape, CorelDRAW, Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, they're all on there. So we got this loaded up. And this will be nice to have at our office location, an update, keeping up with the times. A lot of screen printing shops, a lot of people that do screen printing and that I have seen, a lot of times you'll see them use outdated software, outdated computers. It's just like, we were like that too. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. But it is kind of important to stay with the times, and for $100, should have done this a while back. It's not instantaneous. Things take a moment to load, but it's compared to what this computer could have ever have done. This is a huge, improvement, and this is well worth it to us. If this had a regular spinning hard drive in it, that would have took forever. So, everything's proper on this computer, and just opening a couple apps here, show you, kind of see the speed comparison. It's compared to a really fast computer, it's not too fast, but it's also not too incredibly slow. So we're able to get work done pretty efficiently, and it was really, really worth our time and money to update this computer. So any of you screen printers out there running old outdated computers, there's options out there to minimal amount of money you can make a huge improvement. I hope you found this information helpful. Just showing you that we took an old office computer, we're able to inexpensively upgrade it to run the latest software and to keep up with the times. Also, as I may have talked about, it's important when you do screen printing and you have computers, especially that are close to where you actually print, to be aware of the fibers, the t-shirt fibers that have to get in the air. They get sucked into the vents of the computer, get into the fans. It's important to routinely open up the computers and clean them out. Use some of that dust removing spray. Spray the inside of your computers, clean them out, keep them clean all the time. It's also important that if you are at a commercial location, that you are aware of dirty power, and that you keep your computer plugged into a UPS, which is uninterruptible power supply unit. Both APC and CyberPower make good ones. I'm sure there's a bunch of other brands out there, but those are the two I have experience with. Here's one here. This is CyberPower. A unit like this, they have a battery in them. They not only are a surge protector, but also they keep a constant flow and clean flow of power going to your sensitive electronics. So you really need these if you're in a commercial location. Any kind of computer, any kind of sensitive electronics needs to be plugged into something like this. This is inexpensive. This is all of $35, $40. And of course they make even much more expensive ones that go up much higher than that. If you just have a computer at home and you're doing your screen printing at home, maybe in a garage, maybe in an attic or in a basement, yeah, the regular power strip that you have, regular surge protector that you have your computer hooked up to is fine. You get into a commercial location, it's very important that you hook up to something like this for sensitive electronics and computers. So here's our completed station out of an old office computer. Take a look. Thanks so much for watching our video today. I hope you found it helpful, and at least you get to see, get an inside glimpse of what we do here at Green Hippo Tees. If you like our video, please like it, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much. We'll see you in another video. Take care.